Hi guys, today we're going to talk about something we call the power hour. Basically, most of us are all pretty busy people. We're moms, we have full-time jobs, we're wives, we go to school, whatever it may be. We don't just have, 8 hours to sit down and work this business. So, we have come up with a little bit of a system for you so that you can do this part-time and still grow your business. So basically there's a checklist, of everything that you should be doing in this hour. And you want to be able to actually really focus. I find that if I try and do this when there's other things going on, I get interrupted constantly and I don't really end up getting anything done. And then I'm mad at my kids for interrupting me, and I'm mad that I don't get anything done. And it ends up being 2 hours of wasted time. So make sure that it's, you actually have some focus. You can break up your hour too into like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and so on, or however you really need to do it. But either way, the first thing you need to do, or you should be doing, is adding 2 to 5 people to your network or your contact list every single day. And these can be new neighbors that move in. They can be people that you meet at school, people that you meet at the park, people that you meet in your exercise class. If you go to the gym once a week or twice a week or whatever you do, people that you meet on Facebook. You can just be adding mutual friends. It can be really anything. So, but you just want to constantly be adding, and so that you're growing your network or your contact list. The next thing you want to be doing is reaching out to 2 to 5 people a day, minimum. A reach out is going to be something that has nothing to do with Beachbody. It's going to be a message just basically sharing the love. So just kind of trying to brighten somebody's day, even if they're already a happy person. Sometimes it's just really nice to get a message saying, hey, how are you doing? You looked really pretty in this last picture that you posted, or your kids look really cute, or, I'm really, really excited for you on that new job, or whatever it may be. I mean, people share pretty much everything on Facebook, so you kind of know what's going on in these people's lives. Just sharing and like showing interest makes people feel good. And so you can kind of get a conversation started that way. It could be like a really old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Just, you find them and, hey, it's been so long. How are you? I miss you. Or, remember that time that we blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, so that's going to be what we call a reach out. Then you are going to invite 2 to 5 people a day to your next challenge group, to your next free group, to your to whatever else you have going on in your, in wherever you are in the month. And that is usually somebody that you've already developed a relationship with, and you feel comfortable enough to just be like, oh, well, hey, we're doing this challenge group. Why don't you join us? You've already discussed fitness and maybe goals and that kind of stuff. And then there's also something called a blind invite. And that is to people that you haven't spoken with. Sometimes you don't even know them. And for me, the way I kind of differentiate is when I do have a contact on my Facebook, actually I never do it in real life. So just on Facebook, when I go through their page and realize that we really don't have that much in common, I could try and start a conversation with them, but I don't know if it's really going to go anywhere, or we do start a conversation and it just kind of dies and never goes anywhere. That's when I just say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this challenge group. I know it's kind of a shot in the dark. I don't know if you'd be interested or if you already have like an exercise plan or something, but I'd love for you to join me. and just be really genuine about it. You don't have to be salesy or just, hey, you know what? These are awesome. And it'd be really fun for you to be a part of it. And a lot of people don't answer, and a lot of people actually do. And I'm surprised at how many people are like, hey, you know what? I really would be interested in that. So, and then, there's a whole nother process for that, but that's another video. So you want to be constantly inviting somebody to something. And if you do have your free groups every month, then you have all those people from your free group to invite to your paid challenge group, and so on and so forth. So that's number 3. Number 4 is invite 2 to 5 people a week to your either What is Coaching group, your coach opportunity call, or just presenting the business in front of them. Like, hey, I know you love Shakeology. I don't know if you'd be interested in signing up as a discount coach, or, hey, you know what? You're doing so awesome in our challenge group. You're having such great results and you're so motivating with the other challengers. Would you want to do this? You just seem so good and you're already doing it already, kind of thing. Because that's really where you find your coaches. They're the people in the challenges that are doing well and are motivating other people, because that's how I started. I was in a challenge group and I loved it, and I was got really excited and started writing on other people's stuff and commenting, and then I'm like, hey, actually I think I kind of want to keep doing this. And so sometimes all it takes is a little nudge from the person that signs you up to say, hey, you know what? Have you ever thought of this? And they're like, oh, actually, no, I haven't. But now that you mention it, so you never know. Just throw it out there. It can't hurt anything. So then after all those, then you're going to respond to your messages, emails, and Facebook messages. And you always want to respond to your personally sponsored coaches first, because they are your peeps. Then you want to respond to your challengers, because they are, they need you. They signed up with you and you are there to help them. And so you want to respond to them quickly. And then you can respond to anything else. So number 6, you're going to want to check into your back office and check for announcements, check your PD, check your, if, any of your downline coaches, check everything. So I just kind of peruse and make sure everything's on point, and then I get out. Done. And then check into the team page. You want to post if you have a question, help out and answer other people's questions if you know the answer. It's a team page, which means it's a team effort. So we all help each other out. And then, there's going to be announcements in there, team calls, that kind of stuff. So just be active and be part of it, and it just makes it more fun. Then there's training. Always, always, always training. If you don't know the answer to something, look it up. There's frequently asked questions for coaches. There's Google. I swear I've found so many answers on Google. And then, like I said, the team page, post stuff in there. And then there's so many training videos. There's training videos in our files. There are training videos in your back office. You can find all the old national wake-up calls. There are billions of webinars. If there's anything specific you're looking for, you can ask us, post it in the page, like, hey, is there a webinar about this? I'm struggling with it. And we can direct you to something that one of us has seen. And, but try and do some sort of training every day, even if it's just a 5-minute, YouTube video or something. And then the last thing is write down what you're doing every day. Hold yourself accountable. And this, goes along with the business activity tracker. There's one in our files. There's one in the back office. You can make your own, whatever works for you. Personally, for me, I like to actually write down who I speak with every day or who I message. And then I kind of tally everything up at the end of the day to see what I'm doing. And then at the end of the week, I like to put that into like a spreadsheet so that I can actually go back and see everything that I've done for the month and and kind of evaluate where I'm at. And that helps if if you're worried that you're not hitting Success Club, you can go back and look and be like, oh, well, no wonder I'm not hitting it. I skipped all those days on inviting, or I was really, really low on my invites, or I wasn't reaching out to anybody, so I didn't have a lot of people to invite, that kind of thing. Or if you're doing really well, you look back and you're like, oh, all my numbers were really, really high, and that's why. So that just kind of really helps you gauge your business and see where you're at and what's working and what's not. And then you will be, after training, you will be in an accountability group, either like an Emerald group or a Push to Diamond group, wherever you're ranked at. And you can check into those groups with your daily drill down, which is what we just discussed. And that's, basically your 3 vital behaviors. Did you do your workout? Did you drink your Shakeology? Did you read your personal development or listen to it? And what did you take away from it? And then how many people did you invite? How many people did you add? How many people did you reach out with or to? And did you follow up with anybody? So we have our, our push groups in our team, and it's separate than the team page. And so we do that every single day. And then, of course you miss a couple days and then you check in for 2 days at a time or whatever, but at least you're constantly doing that. And that way you're not just checking in with yourself, but you're checking in with other people. It's exactly like your challenge groups. And so, you're more likely to do more and to really, really, push yourself. So, that is basically the Power Hour. And you can do it really quickly. You can make it take, a couple hours or whatever, but you can work this business in an hour a day. Okay. See you tomorrow.